Let's place in a physics object. We'll go back up to the plus, and in the tile set default, when you go down, you'll see a few physics type. We'll go ahead and use the, actually we'll use the circle option for it. So I have a physics circle object. I'll click on select on this one. And click on your circle object. We're going to use the block standard here. Name, we'll say physics, and we'll say circle. Circle physics object. General will say both receive light and is going to be visible in game. And at this point you want to know, is it going to be in front of objects or behind? We're going to say it's in front of some of the objects. Actually, to make it look better though, when it's on the ground, we'll say it's behind that part. Yeah, that'll work better. Okay. Collider, we want to use the collider. However, when it comes to the collider, do you see it's a square? Well, over on the collider, you have the options here. I'm going to click on the circle, and the circle we've got, it's we've got 13 points, 12 points on it. So 12 points. It's not going to be a perfect, like a high poly circle, but we're going to have one that still has a good amount of edges to give you a nice roll to it. All right, and then we're going to go down to our options now for the circle. So a couple of things that we want to do with this one. First thing we want to do is set physics. We're going to say enable and play on awake. We want to say that we can push it and pull it with the player, so that if the player uses their push-pull options, then they can actually use that. The rotation lock means that when it rotates, we don't want to lock it. We actually want to allow it to be able to go back and forth. We also want to say position is going to be able to go up, down, and left and right. By the default, weight and fall rate, this will actually move pretty fast and realistic, so we'll keep it with that. All right, the rest of these we'll just leave off. We're not interested in the in a water style physics or anything for this object. Physics material will enable this one. What we want to do is actually set the friction a little bit lower, so both these to 2, and we'll take the balance up to about 4, so it becomes a little bit more of a, we'll do about 3 here, a little bit more of a playful object that you can use. Alright, so that's actually for, at least for this stage, that's all you have to use for it. If you wanted it to have animations, if you wanted it to be able to play in a particular way like that, you can always add those into it. But at this point, it just becomes a regular object inside the scene that the player can interact with and push around.